Reducing turnover really impacts the families that we serve, the children that we serve. We know from research that consistency of a child welfare worker makes a huge difference in the progress of a case. In terms of being able to close that out timely and safely, reducing turnover is one way to really help make sure we have better outcomes for the kids and families that we serve. The other thing is, I think the statistics around the cost of turnover is somewhere between $30,000 and $50,000 per person. So if we can reduce that turnover or know what works to reduce that turnover, that's a huge savings.
And when we heard about the opportunity with the QIC-WA, we had to jump at it. We had already implemented a couple of interventions, particularly to increase retention and to improve recruitment. Like many other child welfare agencies at the time, we were experiencing a crisis, but we weren't sure which particular interventions moved the needle, if any.
So we have put in place a lot of different strategies and interventions, and we haven't taken the time to really see what's working and what's not working. It's been a lot of like, does it feel like it's working?
Data-based decision-making is much more rigorous, much more powerful than just kind of going off of what feels right. Just thinking through the needs assessment, what was really helpful was getting posed those questions that we hadn't thought before, or if we had thought of before, we tabled them for later because the data wasn't available. Well, now that got brought back to the forefront, right? And now we're really talking through developing how do we capture that data, because we know it's important. We might not have had it before. Now we can try and capture that.
A lot of what we're doing is about workforce analytics. We could do all we want on the back end with the analytics, but I've got to be able to put it out there in a way that other people want to see it, that they get it, they're interested, they're excited even. So the QIC-WA had a dashboard that they were using, and oh my gosh, I sent it to my team. I was like, I want us to be able to do this.
Now, we had put together dashboards using the data that we had available and getting some feedback in terms of how we can make it more accessible to the user, formatting it in a way that decision makers can kind of readily use that data to make decisions. That was all really, really helpful.
I think the work with the QIC-WA has also helped us in terms of navigating the data, which you can spend a lot of time, trying to go through data, trying to analyze it, trying to figure out ways to make it make sense to people, and just how helpful it is to have someone independent be part of an effort to evaluate what's working with your workforce.
We're trying to figure things out, so we have much more ability to analyze that data now.
I think using workforce data to drive decisions within child welfare really helps ensure that we are hiring the right people, are adequately training and onboarding them, and then providing them the support they need to be successful in a career here. And that's really invaluable. And so being able to use data to do those things and know that what you're doing is working is really helpful.